Now, shortly we will be talking to Kayode Ido, who is the chief press secretary to the INEC chairman, concerning what's being done about provisions for those with special needs to participate in the general elections. But I'd just like to deviate a bit now. I spoke to you subsequently in another edition of our program about the killings of albinos, especially now during the election season in Africa, not just in Nigeria, as well as Tanzania. And things do not seem to be improving. Now, what can you tell fellow albinos to do in order to take care of themselves and make sure they do not become victims, just like the one-year-old that we saw a couple of weeks ago?
Well, become proactive. Every person with albinism must be proactive. You must ensure that environment that you're going is safe. You must ensure that environment that you're existing is safe, and ensure that your family members know where you're going and where you're coming from. And of course, alert the security operative if you notice that your life is in danger. I don't know, I have made effort, I've reached out to the police one time, informing them of these challenges. I've written to the president one time, informing him of these challenges. I have gotten some positive response from the president, but the security people, I have not. But let me use this opportunity to alert the police, the Navy, everybody concerned that we are fast becoming an endangered species, and some proactive measure must be taken to ensure our lives. You know, I don't want to tell you my experiences a few days ago, my personal experience, you know, where somebody broke into my house, you know, and so you never know what will happen next, you know. So there's a need for some proactive measures to be taken to safeguard the lives of persons living with albinism. We are part of this country, we belong to this country, and we are fast lacking a sense of belonging. Emmanuel was saying about getting bond in 20 minutes. No, you get bond in 10 minutes. It just takes 10 minutes for a person with albinism to get bond, and consistent bonding is equal to skin cancer.
Now, Jake, I'd like to ask you to stay on the line, because now I'm being told that we have the Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman, Kayode Ido, on the line. Kayode, thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa.
Thank you for having me on the program.
Thank you so much. Now, I believe you've heard the appeals of Mr. Jake Epelle, who is the CEO of the Albino Foundation, concerning provisions for magnifiers, or of magnifiers, and a conducive environment based on the skin condition suffered by albinos. I'd just like to ask what's being done by INEC in order to accommodate people who have special needs in participating in the electoral process.
Thank you for the question. The guidelines drawn up by INEC has made provisions for everyone who is incapacitated or who is living with a disability to be assisted at the polling unit. If I may read to you Section 19 of the approved guidelines and regulations for the conduct of 2015 general elections, which says, the presiding officer shall allow a voter who is blind or is otherwise unable to distinguish symbols, or who suffers from any other physical disability, to be accompanied into the polling unit or voting point and be assisted to vote by a person chosen by him or her other than a poll agent. And Section 20 reinforces that by saying visually impaired registered voters may, where available, use the assistive tactile facility. Now, these are provisions that the Commission has already made for persons living with disability, and albinos who have visual impairment are covered by that provision.
Now, Mr. Kaide, thank you for clearing up clearing up about the provisions being made for those who are probably visually impaired. But what provisions are being made in terms of a conducive environment, particularly for the albinos, since we understand that about 10 minutes of exposure to the sun is very detrimental to their health. It could cause cancer, as we seem to understand now. Is something being done in order to make sure that the environment is relatively conducive for them as well?
Incidentally, you know that for 2015 election, there is no polling unit that will be in open space. Every polling unit will be in a covered place. Classrooms will be used where they are available, and where buildings are not available, the commission will provide the canopies where you can order the process, how people can go in and exit the polling unit. So this itself makes the environment more conducive than it used to be before now.
Now, Mr. Jacob Epelle, as an albino, since it's you and people you represent who are involved in this, is provision of canopies, for instance, if in case it's not in a building that you're going to go to vote inside of, is provision of canopies adequate enough to shield albinos from the rays of the sun? Is that sufficient?
No, Cynthia. I think Mr. Kayode is getting it wrong. Number one, to group us into PWDs with mention of the distinctive challenges that we have is wrong. Generally speaking, many people have the impression that we don't even belong to PWDs. Many people have that wrong impression because some of our challenges, apart from skin, is not physical. A lot of people don't know that we can't use our eyes like every other person. A lot of people don't know that the sun burns our skin. If you provide canopies, you will only prevent just a little bit of challenges. What about UVB? It will still affect us, you know. So the best thing is to give us an exemption. I am beginning to be concerned about INEC lethargic, you know. I'm beginning to be very, very concerned because what is stopping them from saying, albinos, you are included? Why are they lacking the political will to make a statement like that? What's wrong with that? Why can't they say that JAM did it, or YEC did it?
Well, I believe that now Mr. Kayode has a better understanding, and INEC has a better understanding about the challenges that albinos face, as well as special groups who are willing to participate in the elections, which are just 30 or 29 days away, and hopefully the environment will be made conducive to accommodate every member of the electorate. But I'm sorry, that's why we have to round this up. But I really do appreciate your time, Mr. Jacob Epelle, who is the CEO for the Albino Foundation and the Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman, Mr. Kaide. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you very much. That's it on Network Africa. Many thanks for watching. I'm Cynthia Are.